Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Academy for Women's Empowerment. My name is Ferenike, and I am a coach for women empowerment. On this channel, every Wednesday and Friday, I upload a new video that will help us improve our self-confidence, self-love, and really start believing in ourselves. So we can be able to achieve anything that we desire personally and professionally. Without further ado, we're going to be talking today about bullying in the workplace. It's something that I have personally experienced, and I'm going to share my own experience on this video, but also what to do and how to deal with it. So it was about a few years back when I was working in London, and I was hired by a company, a very good company, and the director that was in charge of my team was also in charge of other teams in Europe. He was someone very charming at first, very sure of himself, but I heard when I actually joined the company, after my interviews and everything, when I actually joined the company, I heard from my colleagues that he was abusive or toxic behind closed doors, and because of that, some of my ex-colleagues were they had to leave because they couldn't actually deal anymore with this toxic behavior. But I didn't see it myself because that was happening behind closed doors. And the first period that I joined the company, he was actually very supportive of me, and I felt like he was really giving me lots of his advice, so I can actually become better and in my own job, in my own commercial role at the time. So when I actually started putting in the work and starting bring results back and achieving my goals and start believing in myself, because when you first start a job in a company, it takes about a month or 2 or 3 months sometimes to really get your foot on the ground and start like working in the best way possible and find yourself through this new role. So that's what happened for me. And when I start really achieving my goals, and actually in some cases overachieving my goals, and start really seeing the results of my efforts, and I was able to bring in some really good clients and some really big contracts for the company. And I thought it was a good timing after some time to really ask for a raise, because I was underpaid at that point, and I knew that in consideration with the market research that I had done in terms of my own job and my own age group and etc. etc. So I knew I was a little bit underpaid. So because I was overachieving my goals, I thought, well, that's a good timing now to ask for a salary raise. And so I sat down with him and I had that conversation. And from that point forward, he had a completely different behavior towards me. He started mocking me. He started diminishing my abilities, diminishing me as a person. He started saying like lots of interesting comments about my abilities and about my productivity and about me as a person as well. It went to a point because he was trying to convince me that I am not deserving of what I had asked, so the pay rise. However, he wanted me to stay because he saw that I was bringing really good results in the company, so he wanted me to stay, but he didn't want to give me the pay rise that I had asked. And he thought by mocking me and by trying to diminish me and try to bet on my fear for fearing not losing the job, he would try to control me and control my behavior so I can stay with the money I was getting by the time and not want more. Because in his eyes, it was a big risk for me losing the job or leaving a job like that, because it was a really good company, a really good product. And we went back and forth in that conversation for a few months actually, because I really thought I believed that I deserved that amount of money, and it wasn't something extraordinary. Really, it was not something too much that I was asking. It was very very logical, and I felt like from his side that the only thing that he wanted to do was to really mock me and diminish me and make sure that I understand that I do not deserve to earn that much money. And of course, I was 100% sure that I was able to earn that much money. And of course, I went on forward after that and earned that much money. What I'm trying to say here is that people who try to diminish us when they want to gain something from us, because they feel that if they bet on our fear, that fear can control us. Because that's what people do. They use fear to control other people. Now, when I realized that, I was like, oh, okay, so if he understands that I am fearing this, so that's why he's trying to control me this way, what if I didn't have fear? Then he cannot control me, right? So that's essentially that's how I acted. I acted like I had no fear. And then I found the solution later on, because I know that this is how I am as a person. I hate when people take advantage of me or my fear. So I am not, and my behavior was like, I'm not gonna allow anybody to bet on my fear and try to convince me that I am not deserving what I'm asking for. If you don't want to give it to me, that's fine, but don't try to mock me down because you want to control me, right? It's two different things. I can accept that you don't want to give me more money. That's fine, but don't try to control me, bet on my fear to keep me stuck at where I am. And also on the other side of the coin, if you have a manager that is not actually there to support you and give you opportunities to grow, but he is there to really get from you as much as he wants, is not a manager, is not someone that you want to work with. And when I realized that those were his intentions, to really get out of me as much as he could so that he can profit himself and so the company can profit, but he wasn't willing to give me what I deserved, then I was like, okay, I don't want to be part of this. I don't want to be working with this kind of people. I don't want to be part of this whole mess. And that's why I decided to leave. So I gave him the reason why, and I decided to leave the company. And then after a month, when my contract was due, I left the company and never looked back. And it's very important for me to get this across to everybody that is experiencing bullying in the workplace. Nobody that is well on the inside, nobody that is emotionally and psychologically well will never try to diminish or try to mock other people down. Nobody's going to try to do that. People that are not well with themselves, people that are not well psychologically, emotionally, those are the people that will try to mock you down. Those are the people that will try to diminish you, that will tell you that you're not deserving what you're asking for. So let that go. Let that go. It's not your problem. It's not you. It's them, right? It's them. So it's very important to understand that and really try to believe in ourselves and our abilities, because what we believe about ourselves is what we create for ourselves. What other people believe about us, that's just an opinion. That's what it is. It's an opinion, and it doesn't affect my own future, because that was his opinion. But my opinion was that I deserve everything that I want. And I went ahead after that job, and I got another job with a lot more money, and I kept on raising my bar and asking for more as a professional, but as a coach right now that I'm doing my own thing and I work on my own. So it's not about what other people think, it's about what we think about ourselves, because that's what creates our future. What I think about myself is creating my own future. What other people think about me or my boss thought about me is nothing to do with me. Is a projection of himself, or it's just a technique to make me feel less than so he can control me. So just make sure that you understand that those projections from other people are not yours. And the most important thing is that you believe in yourself, that you believe in your dreams, that you are defending yourself when someone is mocking you down. But of course, I understand that this can be very exhausting to try to defend yourself all the time, because I had to do that for 3 months in a row with that kind of person, because he was trying to mock me down all the time, and I had to go to work every day feeling like I have to defend myself and I have to prove to him that I'm better than he thinks, and to prove him that this I did well and that I did well. And it's very exhausting psychologically and emotionally. You don't want to be around those people. They drain your energy, they drain the life force that is creating your life. And it's about time to take your power back and create what it is that you want to create for yourself and for your future. And just keep in mind that what you believe for yourself is what counts. What other people believe about you, it's just an opinion. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and get notified for new videos that come up every Wednesday and Friday. And if you want to be part of the Academy for Women's Empowerment, a Facebook group that I am creating, I have already created the Greek version of it, but the English version is coming next. So if you're interested in, drop me a like or a heart in the comments below so I can include you within the Facebook group. I hope you have a wonderful day and take care of yourself. Mwah.